prepared for class because if we read the intellectual standards section in the binder before we came to class, we'd know that we were talking about crap. So, another plug. So your intellectual standards are crap. So when you're talking about in question number 4, you need to know your innovative reading, you need to know your intellectual standards. You need to know about paraphrasing, and you need to know about learning is your first job, which is an article, correct, that we read. Anybody remember when we read that?
Like 2 weeks ago. It was like way in the beginning.
Very beginning, yep. It's in the articles and text section. It's kind of long. You guys are grabby about how long it was.
Oh, that's all. It was kind of like, it was kind of everything around like, how to study and that and
Yeah, it was a 1 to 11 pages. Oh, 12 pages. Yeah. Okay, remember this? So
Yeah.
on your first job. Robert, you've been quiet. You
Yeah,
okay?
put one in here too.
You okay?
Oh, yeah.
What was that? It's in there as well?
Yeah.
So learning is your first job?
Yeah, it's also in here.
Or the correct?
Credit's also in here.
Wonderful.
You can cite that too.
Yes, you can cite that. Yeah, and cite as much as you can. So we're in these. That's another good thing to put in your outline. You write your trigger words.
Can cite anything?
Cite as much as you can.
If it's not your own end, you're using a concept or an idea, you're gonna wanna cite it. You're using Covey, you cite it, otherwise you get marked down in what area.
Plagiarism.
Well, not well, you could get plagiarism, but what?
What part
For
of
the
crap?
CRAP would I bust you on?
Accuracy.
Woo,
Accuracy.
exactly.
Ding, ding,
So-
ding for the two gentlemen over here.
Yes. So maybe
Put
we'll
it
go back.
on your outline, put it on, you know,
Hi, Zach.
Bugenhagen, according to so-and-so.
Yeah. So like, go back to my first example. I was talking about activator. You say, according to Gallup, one of the talents of activator is blah blah blah, and you can write that right in your outline. You put, this is my trigger word, and then put in parentheses Gallup. Oh yeah, 2007. A date. You know.
You can have all of that info there.
That can all be in your outline.
So it's
Just
not
don't
that
write
you stress
full
about
sentences.
it.
Yeah, so we do have to date everything, date it.
I mean, you technically should.
For the most part, but like, you know, if it's kind of like, according to Jen Krieger in our Gen 101 lecture.
Yeah, that I won't get you.
I mean, it's not.
Or you just
know.
write 2000, wow.
Yeah,
Right?
don't be like, oh, crap, was it the 21st or the
2012?
23rd? Like,
Right.
You can get away with the 2012.
Okay.
yeah,
Now, you can't on Gallup because that is really like 2007.
that's like a real.
Or like this one.
Yeah.
If you use that book, I think it's like 2000.
Yeah. Or if you use this book,
2009, look at that.
if you use this book, it's Franklin Covey. Look at the author.
Yeah, Covey.
Yeah.
Binder 2012. Figured it out.
If it's in the
Get 'em on one
binder,
binder. Or for the article, you'd say Lemonson.
yep,
Because it's specifically Lemonson who wrote that.
yep, and each section in the binder is pretty much cited. So intellectual standards, that's just crap, right here. And it says, it's by, are we taking it from Jen? Jennifer Krieger.
I wrote
So
it.
who wrote this intellectual standards packet? Jen Krieger did, because it tells you right here by Jennifer K. Krieger. Jennifer K. Should be happy, 2011, you know?
Draw it.
Yeah. Don't worry about memorizing
Yeah,
them.
you can
Don't
write it
stress over it.
That's why you're thinking, I don't need an outline, I can totally wing it, I do well in essays. I can tell the people who use an outline and build it.
Yeah.
Okay? Use the outline, that's why it's there, it makes you a better writer. Alright, I'm gonna go down the hall because I have another one going on. It's a hot day for, discussion.
Evening.
Oh, you're right, evening. Way to be precise, way to call me on that.
Good job. Okay, so more questions
I'll
about the essays.
I'll be back, I'll hear you.
I know. Want me to shut the door?
No, you're fine.
More questions about the essays?
Yeah, I've got one question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I might just X out, but X like, X post about all
Go ahead, that's over here.
five.
Number 5, okay. It's called 3 comparisons relate to locus of control and being proactive. Discuss why this is important for college students to develop and apply to their college experience. So what could you do for your outline? So you need 3 body paragraphs, right? Three comparisons. Right. So one, we can do comparison one. And you could say right in there, so what are we looking at? Locus of control and being proactive. So locus of control came from where? It was a lecture by Jen.
So you're talking about like what you're reading?
Kind of. So you need three comparisons. So you need a comparison one, you need comparison two, and you need a comparison
Internal.
three.
So it was like-
External, right?
Yep. So locus of control was the internal versus external. And the being proactive was what?
Internal.
Well, where did it come from?
Oh, it came from out of here.
Right here. Yes, where is it on this page? This one. When it's proactive and reactive, right? So they're different. So what are you going to compare? You need to compare something from here with something in here.
You can say that you're probably you're too external, and then that you should be more proactive, you know. I don't know, like you're too internal, you blame yourself too much, and you should be proactive and not let that get you.
Proactive.
Okay.
and Problem solving, right? Is that what it means? Or is it something else?
It's out of this book. Let me get an exact definition. Not there. All right, who stole it? Okay, it's right there. Cody, point fingers at Cody. No one to blame you. All right, so being proactive. Page what, Cody?
Page 10.
Page 10. Proactive people. So you're thinking, so what does this picture mean on page 10? Yes, you got the book? No? Okay. Remember this picture? Where it was like this, and in the reactive person, they're just crashing. And in the proactive person, they take time to think in here and make a decision. And then in the book, it talks about proactive versus reactive language and behavior. So we're seeing similarities right there.
So, will a proactive person be like a person that will think before he acts?
Yes. Okay, so then if we had to make a similarity between these two, what would we find? On page 10 or 11, it talks about proactive behaviors and proactive language. Did we talk about behaviors or language in locus of control? Girl, give me a look. I know.
Yeah, we did. It's just, basically creative part.
Yep, it's about the victim and the creator, the internal and external. Your internal locus of control, you're saying, I failed that test because I didn't study enough and it is my fault. Your external locus of control is going to be your person who, I failed that test and my teacher sucks and it was hard. Right? So, being proactive, could there be a relationship between the two?
Proactive and internal. They can be related.
Okay, so you could compare proactive people, that's people, and internal locus. You know? And then your next one could be something else. And then don't forget the second part of the question, which is, Cody, I did not ignore your comment, I wanted to come back to it. When you discuss why it's important for college students to develop and apply to their college experience, that was you, right? Or was that Christian?
Not Christian.
Christian? Okay, so what you said about it, that is discussing why it's important for college students, right?
Yeah.
So maybe your choice is to do 3 comparisons, and in each of your comparisons, discuss why it's important to college students and their college careers. Does that make sense, Jade? Okay.